Hello, welcome to Q's Lounge. I have Miss Jazmin Yvonne.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. A busy day, but I'm good.
Tell us what busy means.
Uh, well, I'm finishing up my last semester at Berkeley, and it's finals week, so
Cool.
that's what busy means, and getting ready to move and all that.
And where are we moving to?
I'm going back home to New York for a few weeks, and then I'm going to Atlanta in the beginning of September.
And what are we going to do in Atlanta?
In Atlanta, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be hitting the ground running. I'm just going to be a busybody in Atlanta and just really trying to grind it out.
I dig it. So let's talk about what graduation was like for you.
Graduation was quick. It went by very quickly, but it was a very proud moment to sit amongst my peers and other creative minds and just to have that moment of we did it. I was very happy with my class of 2011. We had the largest number of people to graduate thus far. We had the most women to graduate in
That's
the class
always
of
good too.
2011. So it was a very dope, very cool moment, and I was happy. The speakers were great. We had a good time, but it was great.
Cool. So let's talk about neo soul.
Well, neo soul to me means anything new, um, anything new, anything fresh, anything genuine that's coming from, to not sound cliche, but from your soul. I feel that a lot of people can fall in this category, and I almost feel like the category doesn't really exist sometimes because the people who started the movement, the Michelle and Cello, the Erica Badu, the Bilal, the Jill Scott, they all are evolving, and their music doesn't sound like any of their first projects. So that's why I love the genre, if it is a genre even nowadays.
But isn't that the beauty to have it
That's
keep
why I love
evolving?
it so much, because it just keeps evolving. You're just pulling from rock and blues and R&B, and it's just a mesh of all of these different things and all these different layers.
So it's kind of what you're feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
As long as you put your soul into it, that makes up neo soul
To
for
me,
you.
yeah, absolutely.
I
Of
dig
course,
it.
you have the typical neo soul chords that you'll hear, and I love those. I love those. But those are certain things that you'll hear, that you can say, okay, that kind of sounds like neo soul, and it does have a sound.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So, and I love it.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
So you've done tributes while being here at Berkeley with
Yes.
the Neo Soul
Yes.
Band under the direction of Skip Smith and Kenneth Gizmo Rogers as the musical director.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the Neo Soul Band and your tributes to Erica Badu and Michelle. Say her last name for me.
Cello.
Cello.
Yes.
Tell us about the band, working
Okay.
with them, and tell us about the two tributes that you had.
Okay. First of all, everyone in the band was absolutely outstanding. Rhythm section, the other vocalists that I got a chance to share the mic with, just everybody made it special. We created a sound together, and we had a lot of chemistry, and it was actually very beautiful. The Erica Badu tribute was a lot of fun. It was definitely more vocal than the Michelle and Cello show. But a lot of people came out. We were actually really surprised by the turnout. But it was the energy in there was crazy. The wave of energy that was just going in that room was so intense. But it was a lot of fun. It was definitely something I'll never forget. And a lot of growth for me personally came through that show. Just about being vulnerable, being able. I was thankful that the Neo Soul Ensemble gave me the platform to be vulnerable on stage and to really give it my all and to go in, as they say.
Yes.
And the Michelle show took me out. Just all of us together researching what her songs meant and really diving into her artistry. And Michelle is a beautiful soul, and her music is absolutely amazing, and she has a type of music, and Erica too, that you might not get it the first time around, and
Oh yeah.
you gotta dig, you gotta listen, you gotta really figure it out.
Yeah, because
And
they did some soul searching with themselves in order to
right,
write it.
right, and for the Michelle show, it wasn't as vocal as the Erica Badu show. So personally, that during that show, I always used to say before we did the Michelle show, I love space. I'm a fan of space and music, blah blah blah. But I actually never really applied it. And when we did the Michelle show, that's when I got an opportunity to apply space and music and let the instrumentalists just do their thing and let them be vocal. They had so many opportunities to be vocal during that show, and it turned out beautiful. And it was just both experiences were huge, and I learned a lot of growth, do's and don'ts, the
Oh yeah.
typical thing that any vocalist or any musician will learn from a show. And I'm very thankful to have been a part of such a great thing at Berkeley. It was awesome.
Let's say this to you, Mama. We are thankful for you doing the show.
It was awesome.
Not only just you, but since how you're sitting with me, I'm going to talk to you.
Yes.
Y'all put on a show that was worth millions, and it was great.
I appreciate that.
From the Eric Badu tribute and David Friend to the Michelle Show tribute in the BPC, it was just from every note that you guys started with to the last one played by the band. It was just a phenomenal experience, and I thank y'all for letting me ride with y'all on that one, because that was like, oh,
yeah,
I was like starstruck.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And we were kind of, well, I can't speak for everybody. I was kind of nervous, for the Michelle, because I didn't know how people were going to perceive it, because it was so different from the Erica Badu show. And a lot of people don't know is that Michelle is one of the pioneers, one of the reasons why Neo Soul even exists. And we felt that it was important, to really bring that to Berkeley and to really have that through. And us, part of being in an ensemble is to educate. So I hope that as well, even though people were entertained, I hope that people did take away from it as well, because that was one of the other purposes.
Speaking of educating, you also are a former member of the BSU board. Tell us about that.
Well, the Black Student Union board was another awesome experience. I got to work with a lot of amazing young African American, talented, amazing minds. I don't even want to start name dropping because there were so many, but you guys know who you are, and we had so many good times. A lot of brainstorming, a lot of ideas going back and forth, and we really just wanted to enhance the African American experience for African American students on campus. We really just wanted to enhance it. We wanted to make it better, be able to have them have smooth transitions from semester to semester, and we really wanted to just be an outlet and an ally for the other students on campus, and also be a source of education for other students of other races, to come and ask questions and come to our meetings and learn about our culture and things of that nature. So it was an amazing time that we all had together. So.
And I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Every minute of it. Why? Because it's beautiful to see African American people gather together, but then when you have 4 African American females heading it and just mothering the whole thing, it went smooth.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how proud I am of all of you guys, especially you.
It was amazing. I couldn't have done it without the 3 of them. Elise, couldn't have done it without Elise, couldn't have done it without Ryan, couldn't have done it without Melissa. And even the board before that, Kristen, Kenneth, Jordan, Corey, Shauna, we all just had an amazing time. It was absolutely wonderful.
Yes. Now that brings me to a point in the interview where you can say as little or as much as you want to. Amy Winehouse. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave it at that, and you just ramble about it.
Okay, well, as many people were probably all in the same boat, I was a huge fan of Amy Winehouse, still am. And her death did come as a surprise for me. I'm, still trying to figure out how I feel about it. I am definitely sad. I'm definitely, hurt. I'm praying for her family. I'm praying for her other fans who feel the same way. And I was always pulling for her. I was always gunning for her, despite the things that she may have been going through, which we all know people in our own personal lives may have been going through the same thing, or just know people. And I was always praying for her, and I was always gunning for her. So that's why her death is so sad to me, because it's just she was so young and so talented, and but her music will continue to live on, and it sucks, quite frankly, to lose another amazing musician gone.
Right.
So that's how I feel about it.
And I'm with you because I was reading her bio on Wikipedia.com, and it was saying that she has taken some of the Motown music, but has written the lyrics to it, and she has the rights to all of her music.
Mm-hmm.
That is that alone is so aspiring.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of got me pissed was when she died, everybody said, "Oh, I feel bad for her," but then some were saying, "Well, I really don't feel bad because she's had a lot of drug, alcohol abuse things." How did that make you feel reading those and hearing people say that?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing when Michael passed. Everybody everyone's always going to have something to say, and those things are not always going to be positive, loving, or comforting. They have the right to say what they feel. That's the kind of country we're living in. I don't agree with everything that was being said, but at the same time, that's their opinion, and I have a completely different opinion. I don't agree, but people will be people.
Wow. Okay, so our hearts do go out to Amy Winehouse and her
Absolutely.
family. I really do feel bad for the family because she died at 27 and it's so young, and I was a lover
Yeah.
of her music. Like, I don't care what nobody says. She may have had drug addiction, but that was all personal battles that she was going through, and sometimes we aren't able to see
Mm-hmm.
them struggle behind closed
Right.
doors. People think that, well, she's making millions and millions of dollars, but money don't buy success and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't buy happiness.
Absolutely.
You have to kind of, you know, have a battle with yourself and
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, am I really happy with what I'm doing, or do I need to take a break and actually kind of get myself together? I don't care if I'm going to lose money on it, but it's bettering me